Cheers from Japan, I'm the Tokyo Toy Bastard, and I've got a bonus video for you today because I just got a package in, well, about 10 hours ago. I just got a package in about 10 hours ago from my friend Dave that runs the YouTube channel Toy Polloi. So I'm sure a lot of you guys that follow my channel are familiar with Toy Polloi. He is based out of the UK and does a lot of vintage toy restoration videos. Now, I've known Dave going on close to 5 years now. He comes to Tokyo every year with Miss Toy Polloi, and we hang out and exchange toys. Unfortunately, this year he cannot come out due to the coronavirus situation. So instead of our usual little trade that we do, he sent over a package of goodies, and I also sent him a package of goodies. Hopefully he will show those in one of his upcoming videos. Mine was sent out a bit later than he sent his. So, yeah. Also, you may have seen him in my 1,000 subscribers special that I did last year after I had achieved 1,000 subscribers. I will link that at the end if you'd like to see that. We kind of talk back and forth about some of the toys that I like that he's not familiar with, and it's very interesting. I wanted to do that this year, but we couldn't, unfortunately. Well, anyway, he has sent me some shoes that will make me smile. I do need some new shoes, so thank you very much, Dave, but I don't think this is the right size. I'm just joking. Let's flip it around here. I have to confess, I actually have already opened this and kind of just organized the things inside. They were all well packed with bubble wrap, so... and I already knew some of the things that he was sending anyway, but there were some surprises in here, and there were some other things that I'm leaving out of the video, but yeah, this will be interesting for you guys to check out, and very excited to go through these, because I really actually haven't really spent much time in this box yet. I just kind of opened it up, opened some things out, and laid them out, so let's see what we got. Alright, on the very top here, this is actually an item that I asked him to help me pick up because this was something that was available in the UK. So this is a Real Ghostbusters unofficial collector's guide. I am a vintage Kenner Real Ghostbusters collector, and I saw this book on eBay, and here's the link to it right here. But the shipping to Japan was pretty insane. I almost used another word that I probably shouldn't use. It was pretty insane. So I asked him if I could have it shipped to him because I knew that he was coming to, or I thought that he was coming to Tokyo. So, but he agreed to help me pick it up. Of course, I gave him the money for it. I didn't ask him to just buy it for me. I'm not that big of a bastard. But inside it's got a checklist of all the different figures released. And this is like hand printed, like home printed, like this is made by Cybertron Collectibles. And but it's nice to have this little checklist and all the information about all these vintage figures. I love this line. I've actually in the past given Dave a bunch of different broken parts and figures and some complete stuff or things to complete a figure of Kenner Real Ghostbusters. So I hope eventually he will do a video about Kenner Real Ghostbusters figures and how to repair them, because as we all know that do collect them, many people have lost a proton pack or a proton stream or two over the years. But yeah, anyway, thanks a lot for helping me get this to Japan, Dave, and yeah, excited to look through this a bit more. Also, I've got the reissues of these coming, the Walmart exclusives. I ordered a set of those. Excited to have those as well. All right, let's get to what's inside of the box. Sorry about all that Ghostbuster nonsense. So these are the items that Dave selected to send me as gifts. So, or kind of semi-trade, you know, although he doesn't really know exactly what I sent him for the most part. And I didn't really know exactly everything that was in this either. So let's take a look. All right, I'm going to pull these out one by one here. I'll start with the small stuff and work my way up to the big stuff. Oh, crap, I just dropped one. Down in the corner. Okay, got it. First thing we have here is a little Haunted Carbonite keychain. And that's pretty cool. I remember that he got some kind of Haunted Carbonite. It was like based on the, or was like, I think it was a resin glow-in-the-dark thing it was like a block. It looked like the original Kenner one. Man, I cannot talk. Sorry, it's almost midnight. I had a lot of coffee, so I'm also kind of shaky. But I think this was like a miniature keychain version. It does feel like resin, so yeah, it looks handmade, but it's cool. And I believe this glows in the dark. But yeah, that's nice to have. And I know I mentioned that I envied his, so thanks. All right. You'll notice the theme here. There is a bit of Star Wars stuff in here. First one I'm going to pick out of here, being vintage, is this right here. If you don't recognize this is the vintage Kenner bowcaster that goes with the original Kenner Chewbacca figure. And this is kind of neat because one of the very first exchanges of conversation that I ever had with Dave of Toy Polloi was on a comment I commented on maybe some Micronauts related video that he did, and then he commented on a pickup, one of the very first like pickup video I ever did, and it was a video where I found this, and I mistakenly referred to this Chewbacca as a variant, although it's not quite a variant. It's just the plastic that they used for this particular version made it kind of a poopy greenish brown color, although they are still slightly different looking than like your standard figure that doesn't have these arms. So, but yeah, I didn't have a bowcaster for him, so yay, I finally got a bowcaster for him. So full circle here, full circle, poopy brown bowcaster. Oh god, watch me just break it on camera. There we go. That's probably, I think it goes up a bit higher than that, but I don't want to break it. I want to soften it up a little bit before I stick them on there. But yay, Chewie can blast some stormtroopers now. All right, thanks, Dave. Thanks for completing that. That's literally like one of the only weapons I was missing for my vintage collection, vintage Star Wars collection. Let's see. Let's break away from the Star Wars for a moment. Let's get this big chunky fella out of here. So right here we have Orko. Orko is a vintage Masters of the Universe figure, and one of my earliest childhood memories of a toy was actually this guy right here. Back, I had to be around like 85. When was this made? In 83? Yeah, 83. It was like 84, 85. Because I remember it was like right around the time my brother was born. We lived in a house on a street called Joshua Circle. And then he has a circle on his chest, and my brother's name was Joshua. So this memory stands out well, and I remember what street we lived on, even though I was 3. But I remember having this guy, and he had the little ripcord there, and I remember specifically a memory of like being on a hardwood floor, pulling the ripcord and watching him, kind of dance around on the floor. So it's cool to have this guy again. I actually haven't even touched one of these since then, so that's really cool. I do collect Masters of the Universe figures, but I'm very picky about the ones that I collect, but this will go really well with my Prince Adam figure. Sweet. Thanks very much, Dave. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Maybe we'll do another Star Wars, and then we'll do another not Star Wars. All right, we'll do these two together. Check it out. These are so cool. So these are vintage 1978 Kenner diecast. Well, this is full diecast. This has got diecast inside, I believe, and the characters are diecast. We've got the land speeder with Luke and 3PO, which is awesome. I've actually been very tempted to buy these in the past, and I was never quite sure, like, actually how big these were. Now that I have one in my hand, it's actually bigger than I expected, but still awesome. I love small things like this, and I actually have received a full-size land speeder from Dave in the past. I believe our trade from last year, so it's cool to have this one right here, especially with the little diecast 3PO and Luke Skywalker in there. Super cool. It's also got the wheels and stuff. Really nice condition. Let's push this back. Should roll. It's hovering. No, I don't want to make it fly off the table. Oh god, almost threw it off the table. All right, so there's that, and then here we've got the snow speeder, which is this is a bit more worn, but it's awesome. It looks like it's got some battle damage, which is it's accurate. It's cool, and it's got the little Rebel pilots inside, and they're done in solid orange. And if you know me, I really love like cheap little candy toys and Keshi, which are solid colors, unpainted. So it's cool to have these little orange pilots inside the cockpit here. So I guess that's supposed to be Luke and Dak. But it's also got the landing gear in the bottom, so it's complete as far as I know. And yeah, you can see right here. We'll see. Oh, sorry. This is 1978. Obviously, Empire Strikes Back wasn't out until 80. But it's got the Kenner, Lucasfilm Kenner Productions, Cincinnati, Ohio. I believe this one still says General Mills on it. I actually used to live very close to Cincinnati, Ohio, so it's cool to see these things that were produced, or at least designed, very close to where I used to grow up and hang out. And I used to always go to Kings Island in Cincinnati. Kings Island Amusement Park. So never got to go dumpster diving for our dumpster diving garage sales or anything. I would have loved to have gone garage sales in Cincinnati. I'm sure a lot of these treasures and prototypes and stuff were found there, and never got a chance for that. But awesome to have these all the way from the UK. Now just chilling in my collection in Tokyo. Let's set these guys here. Let's actually make a little stand here of all the different stuff. All right, let's put Orko there. Don't shoot Orko, Chewie. Come on, be a gentleman. There we go. All right, let's see what else we got in here. All right, let's pull these guys out. Oh, these are so cool. These are so cool. So if you don't know what these are, whoop, get centered here. These are Action Force divers. I had to confirm with Dave what these were. I am familiar with Action Force, but not super familiar. But they have some really cool figures in the line. They have some history with G.I. Joe and whatnot. I'm pretty sure that Dave did a video regarding that, or several videos. So I will link some of the videos that I'm going to mention from him in the description. So be sure to check those out. But so you've got your black diver here. With he's got the goggles and the air tank and the breathing apparatus and the flippers, and he's just really cool. That's one thing I was looking at earlier. I didn't see any information stamped on him. I actually don't know what year these were produced. I do know that Dave did do a video on this guy and his vehicle accessories, so I will put that in the description below, and I'm sure he gets into more detail about that. But I love the colors on this guy, and I absolutely love that helmet. That helmet is outrageous. I mean, he kind of looks like a shark. That's kind of cool. He just needs like a little fin here. But yeah, this guy's neat. I love stuff like this. So yeah, let's set these guys up here. Wow. All right. Love them. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we're down to the final two. All right, I'll jump into this one first. The final two items in here. Hope you can't see in the box. All right, so here we have a vintage Return of the Jedi speeder bike. And I did not know he was sending this. This is really awesome. I love speeder bikes. You can't have enough of these. I've had tons of the reissued versions from the 90s when they did the Power of the Force 2 line. But this is a special one because this is one that was featured in one of his restoration videos. And I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, but it's complete. But you'll notice it has some custom stickers on it, which you can see here, which he made himself. And all the pieces that would usually be missing on these, on loose versions, such as these handlebars, the little flaps in the back, and the little minigun on the bottom, those are all 3D printed, and it's hard to tell unless you get really close. I don't know how well you can see that, especially with the filming at 12 o'clock. I don't have the natural light going that I've been having recently, so yeah, I don't know if you can catch any of that, but you can see, like, there we go. You can see some slight grooves. You can see it there. But, like, I didn't even notice it until I messaged him and thanked him for this. And then he mentioned that, and then I was like, I got a little closer look, and I was like, oh, yeah, now I see it. But, man, I've actually got my original one right here for comparison. So you can see the decals and stuff have been added to his. And I'm trying to see if there's any other differences that I didn't notice. But yeah, he's got a video of the restoration of this, which I will link below. And if you notice on the back of mine, I had one original flap, but I was missing the other original flap, so I had replaced it with one of the 90s reissues. And you can see that it's a slightly lighter color, and also like this little thing here is a slightly different shape. So yeah, his look great. So now I've got two complete speeder bikes. So I just need one more Biker Scout, or I can stick indoor Luke or Leia on here. I think they'll fit on. I know that his legs specifically spread out so that he can sit on it, so we'll see if that works. All right, that's awesome. All right, we'll stick this guy here just to make it symmetrical. Let's go ahead and put both of them there. You know, I like symmetry. Oh yeah, OCD. Oh, you noticed earlier you could see like the in my last video too, you could see like where the paper kind of like because this is basically just a piece of white paper that I've got taped to my TV stand. And in the last video when I laid stuff down, you could see like part of the white come off, and then here I just noticed that it was showing again. So normally I would go back and just redo that, but nah, it's all right. It's not a big deal. But a little bit OCD. I am a little bit OCD. Oh, I forgot to put the keychain here. All right, last item in the box. By the way, I hope the lighting is not too bad. I do have my new little light over here, but I feel like everything's been kind of dark that I've shown. This is the last item. It's a big one. Here it is. It is a blue Snaggletooth. Check it out. If you're not a vintage Star Wars collector, you'll know that this is one of the rarer figures. Not as rare as like the droids figures or the Ewoks figures, but as far as the original non-animated versions go, this is one of the rarest figure sculpts because they realized that they had made him the wrong color, the wrong size, and some of the other things were wrong. However, this is not an original, but that's okay. This is actually a Smith Lord's creation, custom, factory made, injection molded, so it's not handmade, but it's really nice. And I actually did a whole video review / rant about reproduced or reissued custom reproduction toys, specifically Star Wars. So I will probably link that at the end too. But yeah, I really wanted this guy, and I do know Chris from Smith Lord as well. But yeah, I didn't order this one, and Dave, I believe, had ordered a bundle, so he sent me one, and yeah, I'm very happy to have this guy and add him into my collection. He will go very well with the rest. All right, so yeah, that is the stuff that Toy Polloi sent me. I'm very, very happy with all this stuff. I can't wait to work these guys back into my collection. I need to find some space for these, and I need to figure out who I'm going to stick on this other speeder bike, or this speeder bike. But yeah, super stoked. I can't wait for Dave to receive my package and see what he's got inside there. I definitely sent him some interesting bits. If you watched my last video, my junk video, I talked about sending him some of those things to repair. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to Toy Polloi if you're not already subscribed, and hound him about doing a Dragon Ball repair video, a vintage Dragon Ball repair video, because I sent him a few bits of fodder for that. So I would love to see that. And yeah, Dave, you would get a whole new subscriber base just from having Dragon Ball in your tagline. So yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this kind of random Wednesday evening bonus video. I've got a couple videos that I'm going to try to knock out this weekend. One for sure that I'm super excited about, but I'm waiting for one little tiny piece to arrive just so I can have the review complete. Otherwise, I will feel like it's not complete. So yeah, just be excited and waiting for that. I'm super excited about it. And also, I've got a video about my Hellboy collection and a very special item in that collection that's one of a kind that will also be debuting, if not this coming weekend, the weekend after that. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and like this video if you liked it. If you didn't, then don't like it. But leave a comment. Subscribe to Toy Polloi, watch the videos at the end, watch the videos in the description about these toys that I mentioned, and have a nice evening, have a nice week. I know there's a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now, but stay safe, stay happy, stay positive. See you guys.